Sat Sri Akal ji, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ welcome to Brit Punjabi, yet another conversation and the whole idea behind or the vision of Brit Punjabi and the vision of the team is to bring brand new people, the new kids on the block to this platform. And also the people maybe who's been working so hard behind the scenes but never get a mention, the music producers especially for me. And I'm going to be speaking to a young man who's been working for a very long time, doing very well, amazing music coming out and some projects coming out in the future. So please welcome onto the Brit Punjabi platform, the one and only Mr. Manny T. So please welcome to Manny T to the Brit Punjabi chat today.
Yeah.
So welcome. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
always ਹੱਥ ਮਲਾਈਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ
100%. ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਜਾਂ ਜੱਫੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਹੱਥ ਮਿਲਾ ਕੇ
ਉਹ ਜੱਫੀ ਤਾਂ ਪਾ ਲਾ ਫਿਰ ਫਾਰਮੈਲਿਟੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ ਚਾਹੀਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ
Hey, it's everything Punjabi today, right? Okay. But there's no glossy, you can see there's nothing. Okay. No water. The water's only behind us. That's the only water we have.
ਸਹੀ ਆ
Manny, thank you for chatting with us.
No worries.
And like I said, sometimes music producers or music directors, they get left behind the scenes. So it's nice of you to come to the forefront and tell us about music production, really, for your journey actually.
Yeah.
Where did the love of Punjabi music start for you?
I mean, for me personally, the love kind of began at a young age. I think I was about four and a half.
Right.
ਉਦੋਂ ਦੋ ਗਾਣੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਦੁਪੱਟਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ ਸਰਜੀਤ ਬਿੰਦਰਖਿਆ ਤੇ some of Gurdas Man's ਆਪਣਾ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਹੋਵੇ. That's the earliest I remember.
Really? Wow.
ਉੱਥੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਹੋਈ. Literally I'm just trying to replicate, whatever they're singing.
Right.
Yeah, and singing Shalla and whatever. That's how it kind of began.
So, and Dupatta Tera Satranga, what did you hear? Did you hear that on vinyl, or was it cassettes those days, or was it CDs those days, or was it floppy drives?
Man, now we need purana floppy drives. I don't remember music on floppy. No, I think cassette hunde si, but like it was becoming CD like very quick anyway, wasn't it? Maybe behind on the CD scene, I don't know. But yeah, I think it was on cassette, and just listening to those kinds of tracks.
Or was it the beat that attracted you to, or was it the vocals or Surjit Bindrakhia?
At the time, I think it was just the way it sounded, and yeah, oi. ਜਾਵੇ ਸਤਾਰਾ ਵੱਲ ਖਾਵੇ ਦੁਪੱਟਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ
ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਦੁਪੱਟਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਸੱਤ ਰੰਗ ਦਾ.
Exactly. So I think
has that taken you back to that time?
It has. Yeah, I feel like I'm there right now.
Obviously I don't sound like Bindrakhia, but
ਨਹੀਂ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਹੀ ਆ.
Yeah. Do you mean Bindrakhia, that one? ਪਈ ਖਿਲਵਾੜੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿੜਾਂ, that one? And he goes,
oh yeah,
ਮੇਲੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਢੋਲ ਤੇ
ਨਗਾਰਾ ਵੱਜਦਾ ਨੀ
ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ
ਪੰਜਾਬ ਮੇਰਾ
ਸਾਰਾ ਨੱਚਦਾ ਹੋ ਅੱਜ ਦੇਖ ਲੈ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਮੇਰਾ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਨੱਚਦਾ.
That brings me back.
A lot of Punjabi groups use that.
Yeah. See, I heard that way later actually.
Did you?
There was a lot of tracks, even like the old school Manik tracks. I actually heard remakes, before the originals.
Right.
A lot of them, I don't know how, but it just happened that way.
Oh,
so like
okay.
Tere Tille to.
Yeah, so sticking with Bindrakhia, obviously those boliyan, a lot of Punjabi groups, and that's where I kind of like got into those boliyan. But he was a phenomenon, wasn't he?
Oh, he was something else, wasn't he?
Yeah. But I think that's where when three things come together, so they had the lyricist, Sukshinder Shinda, you had the vocalist,
and
Surjit Bindrakhia,
and the music, I think Atul Sharma,
yeah, music director, which is where you come in.
Yeah.
So the three things got together, and basically they just produced one banging album,
dynamite,
after the other as well.
Exactly.
So what about music now, though, Manny? Like bringing obviously Surjit, but that was a different type of music, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's a different type of music now. So how do you adjust yourself, or do you still prefer that music?
ਅਸਲੀਅਤ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਕਿ I'm always going to be hardcore desi.
Right.
Yeah. But time ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਪੈਂਦਾ. It is a challenge to actually kind of adapt yourself, but I guess you got to kind of listen to what's out there and listen to some people as well. Jo ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਚੱਲਦਾ. But then what I try and do is try and incorporate my own sound into it still. Je ਭਾਵੇਂ ਮੈਂ modern sound produce ਕਰਦਾ ਪਿਆ, I'm going to put my own touch on it. Completely change it up again, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose you have to have your signature.
Exactly.
In somewhere. And talk about signature. I mean, obviously we see you as Manny T now.
Yes.
Well, you were at Manny Music at one moment, so there might be people out there who know you as Manny Music as
Manny
well.
Music before that, Manny Thind.
Yeah. So tell me, obviously, from the Bindrakhia, so how do you become a music producer? Like, how do you become where you are now?
So
you heard that sound.
Yeah.
Where did you take that sound?
So I remember.
Who did you go to?
I remember like at family events, you know. I couldn't even name what the events were. Koi party, pooty, hundi or whatever, you know, ghar de vich hunde and whatever. And some of my earliest memories, I remember like making an actual toll because I really found the toll fascinating.
Right.
Like making a makeshift one out of apne or drum nahi si hunde tel wale.
Oh yeah.
Like ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ like
really?
yeah no, plastic knives and forks and stuff. So
your tilli underga was
literally
maybe a spoon. And
I didn't know what they were called about that. I was just sortiya hai gaya waste. Anyway, so there was that, and then actually singing live in front of the family as well, and again the Gurdas Man tracks, Bindrakhia, and then maybe Mark, I don't know, but very very early memories those were.
So you sang also?
Yeah, I sang. So actually, je aapa dekhiye, I sang before anything else.
Right.
But it's when I turned 7 that I got my first dhol.
Right.
So don't start off small, go for the biggest size you can get. That's literally Punjabi like that. So I got a massive dhol. My taya bought that from India when he was living in India. Yeah. And then after that, needed an ustad. And then locally, I mean, there wasn't many dholis. Maybe there were, I don't know. But Ustad Aman Hayer started up dhol class, called it Dholaholics.
Right.
And then
wow.
Yeah, then it went just somewhere else completely.
Because Aman Hayer himself, obviously, a great producer.
Yeah.
It's a huge name. So
Exactly.
would you say you're following in the footsteps of Aman possibly?
Is
that
I've
something
always-
you wanted to do?
Yeah, from a young age, him and Shinda, you know, anyone that actually played instruments in music. You had even Taji and stuff. There's other producers. Sorry, I'm not naming any.
No.
Kind of gone blank. But anyone who could play instruments in music, and it always just appealed to me. You know, this felt raw, real. You know, there's actually passion in it.
Right.
You know, so that's what I kind of wanted to be.
Yeah. You wanted to follow in Aman's footsteps, possibly.
Yeah.
And Shinda, and you like their style because they understand the instruments, they understand the beat. They're on the live scene.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. I mean, I remember talking about live scene. Probably one of the earliest bands that I ever saw was Jazzy B. So you know, even that sound appealed to me. There was obviously other bands as well. But getting back to the point of production, following in their footsteps and bringing something new as well. I couldn't just completely keep it, you know, in their kind of style either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Okay. Well, when you are producing a track, I always wonder, like, obviously you as a producer, as a music director, whatever you want to call yourself, how many times do you listen to one vocal? You know, like the singer's vocal.
Oh, God.
Because obviously people who singers, they'll come, they'll do the vocals, they'll say, okay, theek hai Manny, inu kar le madi, appe set kar le, appe sorted kar le. But you as a producer must listen to that vocal, God, over and over and over and over again. Does it ever get frustrating?
frustrating is an understatement.
Or does it depend on the singer?
It depends on the singer. Oftentimes these days, they haven't learned. Siddhi gal hai, you know, not to badmouth anybody, but most people haven't learned. Like I said, okay, paise to kai bari hunde nahi, you know, like, and obviously there's a lot more being invested into music videos these days, promotion or whatever. It's a totally different ball game, actually, if you think about it. The amount of money involved is just through the roof. So I don't know if that's influencing, you know, the way these people actually think. But I don't know, like.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of you as a producer, doesn't it? To put yourself into that track.
Yeah.
To mentally and physically as well, because the way I say physically is obviously because you're up all hours of the night to try and complete a track and stuff like that. And then sometimes tracks get over time exposed, like, you know, you've like been doing something for so long and then you just think, you know what, rainy day.
Well, I mean, touching back on what you said about the vocals, what happens is you're over again listening to the same vocal, and things just start sounding the same. And you really can't even then tell what you're doing until you actually come back a week after. And another thing is that everybody wants everything on demand now, like, Baji, chalo aap vocal record karte kal tak ho jaga, you know. Yeah, but you get it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I try. I'm not Superman.
That's and I suppose you got other things to do as well, family.
Yeah, exactly. Sara kuch sochna penda, you know. But then, you know, like, ਭਾਵੇਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ week low vocal out there or whatever, you know, sometimes oda bhi nahi gall bandi. You know, and you got to go back to your fresh ears and whatever. There is a lot more demand, you know, ke bhaji tusi aa karo, oh karo, you know, it's just cutthroat. They've always said it's cutthroat. Now it literally is just,
Really?
yeah, it's just, I think, in my opinion.
So if you wasn't a music producer, what else would you like to do?
I don't know.
Be a builder?
I could do. I could do. Chalo, mara mota kar lida. Nah, probably an astronaut. Who knows?
Just share a couple of projects you're working on now, Manny.
So property development wise, just building like, you know, individual flat apne hunde.
No, I meant musically.
Oh, okay. Cut that out.
No, we're not
Menu ki
doing
pata.
anything, yeah, you're
Menu
right.
ki-
So Manny's a,
Oh no, that's an awkward thing.
Manny's a property tycoon as well, yeah. I meant musically.
Building your dreams.
But you have to though, don't you? Like,
Yeah,
you have to have another job because music doesn't always pay.
No, exactly. No, it's a very. This is a very tough field until you know.
Until you make it a Dr. Zeus of this world.
No, exactly.
Aman Hayer of this world.
I mean, look, it can you know, ek gana char jave, and then people start actually listening to your music. You can release other things. You know, they start listening to you, even old stuff. Even that kind of depends these days. I think you know, the artists.
You need that one.
Yeah.
Kind of song.
There is that, but then ajikal renda bhi kaun hai? Who can you remember?
Yeah.
Some songs that are actually
fast
decent.
Turnaround. Yeah, fast turnaround. Okay, thank you very much. My sincere thanks to Manny for talking to us openly and honestly. I think that's the main thing. But like I said at the beginning, it's New Kids on the Block and it is Brit Punjabi. So from us both signing out. So thank you. ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਦੇਖਣ ਦਾ. So ਸਾਡੇ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ.